All right, joining us now is Newsmax managing editor Alina Hernandez. And Alina, we're expecting a lot of big news about 2016 today, but also some big surprisers. We just heard about John Bolton saying he is not going to run. We are expecting an announcement from George Pataki as well. But we are expecting some specific information from those two coming up in a couple of weeks, right?
Yes, absolutely. We're hearing both Pataki and Martin O'Malley on the Democratic side will be both making announcements sometime at the end of May.
Yeah, there was some talk that maybe Pataki was going to jump in the race this morning, and also with John Bolton, a lot of folks did think he was going to run. Have you heard any reason why he gave for Bolton's decision not to run in 2016?
No, that story is still developing, but it's pretty clear that Bolton made some trips to some of the early voting states. He certainly was looking like a candidate. He's got a couple of super PACs that are they both have his name. But the money simply, I don't think, was there. He's got about $6 million in his coffers, and I think it was just pretty clear that he was a long shot in a very crowded race.
Alina, I want to get your thoughts now. Senator Rand Paul was slamming Jeb Bush, as we just mentioned in our news update, over comments he made about the war in Iraq. Senator Paul saying we're a lot worse off with Saddam Hussein gone in Iraq. Take a listen. We want to get your reaction.
We seem to have a recurring question in the Middle East whether or not it's a good idea to topple secular strongmen or secular dictators, and what happens after that. Hillary Clinton's war in Libya was the same kind of scenario. We toppled Gaddafi, a secular dictator, but we got chaos and the rise of radical Islam, and I think we're more threatened now. But I think the same was true of Saddam Hussein. There's a consistent theme here that every candidate should be asked, and that is it a good idea to go into the Middle East, topple governments, and hope that something better rises out of the chaos? Because recent history seems to show that, we're not getting something better, we're getting something worse.
What do you think has been the reaction so far in regards to his comments?
Well, I think Rand Paul is on a tear. He's gone after Marco Rubio for supporting foreign aid to governments who are friendly with our enemies. He's definitely gone after Jeb for his flub on Iraq and Iran. It seems to me that he's got a message. I think that there's a significant number of conservatives, of Republicans, that absolutely believe that we should worry about what's going on in our country. Elections are usually made on local issues. That's going to be the economy, immigration, education, the border security issues that we have. He's definitely playing to an audience that he understands pretty well. But he's going after everybody this week, and foreign policy is the issue of the week, of course.
Yeah, and some say it might be the issue of the 2016 election cycle. And, of course, you can catch more of those stories on Newsmax.com, which Alina Hernandez is carefully monitoring as we speak, well, at least as soon as we get done with this interview. Alina, thanks for being with us.
Always good to have you. Well, nothing shows a true token of appreciation than a couple of gift baskets of tomatoes and potatoes, right?
That's how they do it in Russia.
That's right. Why Russia chose to give these to our Secretary of State. That's all coming up next. Stay tuned. You're watching Newsmax Now.